Well, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today taking a look at a Rapid Strike box or a Sylveon box. Obviously this is rotating, and it was a decent box deck back in the day. It was never a top deck, but it was a solid deck. And I just want to play it again before it rotates. It's still not a bad deck, certainly. And these tanky VMAXs may not be as bad right now as people think, because decks aren't necessarily built to deal with them, right? Because they've fallen off in popularity. So what is the deck? It's a Rapid Strike deck, all Rapid Strike Pokemon. So it features Octillery first. That's a really nice engine piece. Really, in some sense, the best engine in the game right now, because it searches for any card. Now it searches for any Rapid Strike card. We have Rapid Strike Pokemon, Rapid Strike Energy, Rapid Strike Trainers in the deck. So there's it gets us a lot of important cards. We play a 2-2 line because we have to get one set up. If we don't, the deck doesn't work really. You can only use one Rapid Strike Search per turn, though, so there's no benefit to getting 2 Octilleries up, except it gives you protection against getting one knocked out. Yeah, all right, so getting to the Pokemon, I called the Sylveon box. So Sylveon VMAX is a 310 HP, so it's not as tanky as some VMAXs, but still not bad. And Max Harmony is the attack primarily we use, and part of with a box deck you hit for different weaknesses. So it hits for psychic. It's a psychic Pokemon. Hits for psychic weakness. Max Harmony does for 3 energy. So we have to accelerate energy. That's what Blaziken's in the deck for. We'll get to that next. Does 70 damage plus 30 more for each different type of Pokemon on your bench. We could have up to 5 different types. So 5, 150 plus 70 is 220, right? So it's okay, is what I'll say. There is a tool that really improves Sylveon a lot, though, so we'll take a look at that shortly. But the attack's okay. It's not always what the deck features, though. And then Sylveon V also has some value. Dream Gift. If you go, especially your first turn, even your second turn, having Sylveon use Dream Gift to end your turn. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for an item card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. If you use this ability, your turn ends. So first turn, we're not attacking. Use Dream Gift, get an item, setting up for next turn. We might get Iono'd, but you know what? We've already played the cards we have, so a lot of times at that point, an Iono for a fresh 6 isn't a bad thing, I will say. Okay, so we play a 2-2 Blaziken line. So we have a 2-2 Octillery, 2-2 Blaziken, 2-2 Sylveon. Those are the big 3. Everything else is one-ofs in the deck. So Blaziken, because this powers our other attackers up. Max Blaze for 2 colors energy, which is 1 Rapid Strike energy. Does 130 damage, and not a great amount, I will say. But then you choose 2 of your bench Rapid Strike Pokemon and attach an energy from your disc about each of them. So we have 2 different types of Rapid Strike energy in the deck, so we get the other Pokemon powered up. So that's the idea, is we attack, power up often is the dynamic. And we do play Cheryl to heal in the deck, so as energy is going to the discard pile, we can get them back with Blaziken, and we can get some nice synergy going there. Okay, we play a 1-1 Urshifu VMAX line. Urshifu, of course, VMAX is very good. Gale Thrust for 1 fighting energy, does 150 if it moved from the bench to the active that turn. Has to already be evolved before it moves for that to count. And then G-Max Rapid Flow for 3 energies, fighting colorless, does 122 your opponent's Pokemon. You discard all energy there. Can be super effective, used in the right spots. And of course, as I said, I think I said we play Cheryl. Great there to heal off any damage there, as long as we're not getting one shot. So obviously with these different types of Pokemon, we also are, besides hit for different weaknesses, we are vulnerable to different weaknesses, so obviously don't play Urshifu into a psychic opponent. And then a 1-1 Inteleon VMAX. We can't use the double gunner ability because we don't play basic water energy. I don't know if we can use, I don't think we can use the Spiral Energy for that. And I don't think we'd want to anyway, although, you could, but I don't think it works. G-Max Spiral for 2 energy does 70 plus 70 more if you put the energy back into your hand. Again, I'll say it again, Cheryl then pairs quite nicely with it, so 140 makes it not a bad attacker, as long enough. Obviously, we don't want to get one shot. It's weak to lightning, so keep that in mind. And then the last attacking option, I believe I've hit everything else, is Zeraora V. This is a really nice attacker. It hasn't got a ton of attention, but it's very, very good. It's a basic V, 210 HP, Rapid Strike Pokemon, 3 energy, Lightning Colors, so we need to get a Rapid Strike energy and a Spiral Energy attached to it to pay it. So you have to use Blaziken to set it up, but that actually works with the Pokemon because Cross Fist does 100, and then if one of your other Rapid Strike Pokemon use an attack during your last turn, such as Blaziken, for instance, this attack does 160 one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, so 160 bench, 100 active, and it actually is hitting for more damage in total than the Urshifu VMAX. So this hits for 260 damage, Urshifu VMAX hits for 240 damage, so Zeraora a really, really nice option. So it's a bunch of different options, and we're trying to navigate the game with it. We play 4 Rapid Strike Energy, 2 energies, can only be attached to a Rapid Strike Pokemon, and then it provides light, water, and fighting energy, but it only provides water and fighting when it is attached to a Pokemon, so it can't be used for the what's the Inteleon's the double gunner ability. And Spiral Energy provides any type of energy. It can only be attached to a Rapid Strike Pokemon, and of course, it only provides every type of energy when it's attached to a Pokemon, and you can't be paralyzed with it. So, look, paralysis is very troublesome, so it may be useful, although not many decks are able to paralyze, so it probably isn't a big factor, but we need it to pay for Zeraora. That's the big thing, and of course, we need it counts. We can accelerate that as the third energy, let's say Urshifu VMAX. With, we're using Blaziken VMAX generally to accelerate these spiral energies is generally the way the gameplay works. All right, getting into the trainers here. I'll hit the Rapid Strike cards first because they're all searchable with Octillery. Korrina's Focus, it's an okay supporter, but it said Rapid Strike supporter, so it makes it very useful. You draw the F6 cards in hand, 2 copies there. We play 1 copy of Brawly. It's okay. Again, really leaning into Rapid Strike with this deck, so it will have value occasionally. Search your deck for up to 3 basic Rapid Strike Pokemon, put them onto your bench. So if we go second, we get hit Brawly, very good. And obviously we can search it once with Octillery if we're doing a more of a setup turn in the middle of the game, or if we have the pieces we need to attack that turn. So Brawly, 1 copy only, get it with Octillery if and when we need it. And another even more niche Rapid Strike supporter, Rapid Strike Mustard, which is a fun card. You can only play it when it's your last card in the hand, so you've got to ditch the rest of your cards in hand, so you just know that limitation. We do play 4 Ultra Ball to help thin out the hand. You put a Rapid Strike Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench, you draw 5 cards. So drawing 5 cards from a 0-card hand is quite nice. Getting a Rapid Strike Pokemon, including an Evolution Pokemon, straight onto your bench is very good. It goes for the discard pile, so not the deck. This is the difference between the single strike comes from deck. Rapid Strike comes to the discard pile. So rather than being an early game card, it's more of a late game card. You can get that Urshifu or a Blaziken VMAX, say, or Sylveon VMAX directly onto the bench. And Blaziken's probably the best one because you can power it up with 1 attachment, I will say. Anyway, and then we play 4 Tower of Waters, another Rapid Strike card. Retreat cost of each Rapid Strike Pokemon in play is 2 energies less. So there I'll retreat for free then. Really important card. Could drop it to 3, just for deck space, but trying to keep the deck simple, consistent. We need Tower of Waters multiple times in the course of a game. And of course, we get it with Octillery. This is really, we do play 1 Rope as well, but Tower of Waters is our main switching card. Okay, I mentioned Sylveon has a tool, has Ribbon Badge. If this Pokemon V this card is attached to has Sylveon in its name, is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack. So that means, though, Roaring Moon, Giratina V-Star attack doesn't trigger this, okay? So keep that in mind, too. But then if it's knocked out from damage, that player takes 1 fewer prize card. So we're on a VMAX, they only take 2 cards, prize instead of 3. Very, very useful in the deck. Okay, we play 4 Pokégear because we have Octillery, it's a great engine, but we don't have any other engines, so Pokégear just helps us get to the supporters we want. We play 2 Cheryls, very, very good card there. You heal all damage from every evolution Pokemon that you have in play. Discard all energy from Pokemon that were healed that way. So getting Cheryl the right time is kind of make or break with the deck. Other supporters here, let's see. We play 2 Boss because, hey, Boss is great. And for Iono, each player shuffles their hand. You know what it does. Shuffle your hand, put it at the bottom, draw 1 card per prize remaining. Good early, can be good late, just a nice card. We have 1 Forest Seal Stone just to help set up, make the deck a little bit more consistent. What else haven't we hit here? 1 Super Rod, just put up to 3 Pokemon from the discard pile into your deck. Works for basic energy too, but we don't play basic energy. Then we have for Pokemon Search, we have 1 Forest Seal Stone. I don't think I mentioned that right, Star Alchemy, but we don't play any V-Stars because there are no Rapid Strike V-Stars. So lets us search our deck for any 1 card once during the game. Very, very nice there. 4 Nest Ball and 4 Ultra Ball to get Pokemon in play. And then 2 Energy Loto. This is not a card I play a lot, but a deck like this only plays 8 energy. And then no basic energy, so this is really the way to search for energy. You look and you don't search the whole deck, but you look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You can reveal an energy card, put it into hand, shuffle the deck. So, you know, it just increases the odds a good bit of us getting energy to attack with. And usually we hit the energy, I will say, or we have energy to attack with. Energy allows a boost. If you're making changes, Energy Lotto may be a card you could cut. The Mustard, the Brawly are kind of fun cards in this rapid straight box where I'm just leaning heavily into it, but they're not quite as great value as some cards. Those are the ones I would say: Brawly, Mustard, Energy Lotto. Those are the cards I think I get a little less value out of generally if you want to make some changes. But look, the deck's pretty solid the way it's built now. And it's not the best deck in format, but hey, look, I'm going to miss the deck, and it is fun playing a box-style deck. So let's take a look and see what we can do with it on the ladder. All right, let's see what we can do here. We'd love to go first, of course, as an evolution deck. You may have seen my ELO's down to 600 as we're getting the battle passes getting reset. It had been up higher a little bit at one point, but I've been messing around with some different decks. And my ELO has really taken a dive because of it. And, once you get above 600, it doesn't get 600. It never falls below it. So I feel I'm happy with 600 in terms of the live economy. It's good enough. And, hey, I want to play a variety of decks and tinker with things. I'm okay with not what am I doing here? I guess Sylveon is what I'm thinking. I'm not certain. Sylveon attack. I'm going to attach energy, right, to one of these Pokemon. I'll see what I'm up against, right? Could attach to Urshifu as well. Question is, what did I want in the active? Barrel. Damage. So I can't damage him. So I think I'll attach. So I look for an item card, right? So I can't get a tool now, which is unfortunate. So I think I want to get Octillery into play. Korrina's focus isn't bad, right? Yeah. And I can thin my hand down I can play most of these cards before I Korrina's focus. I mean, right now I do 70 plus 30. I'm doing 100, which does knock out a Bidoof. I will say that. I need to obviously get an energy, but I have 2 Energy Lotto and a Korrina's focus to make that happen. I don't have access to Octillery. Obviously, Remoraid on turn 1 would have been very good. I can get that turn 2. The Nest Ball gets me the Remoraid down, which I'm going to need if I'm going to win as the game plays on. Okay, but now Artisan actually helps me. I can get my Remoraid down with that, so I can Nest Ball for another Pokemon. We'll see what I'm up against, what I want to get into play. Obviously, I want to get different types onto the bench. If I go with Inteleon, then, okay. Now I'm trying to remember. So some Primeapes, up a barrel, rare candy. Okay, they discarded the Manaphy though. Okay. Well, I might have had a chance for no. They're getting another Pokemon to play. I could take care of the Bidoof on the bench, but okay, that's all right. I might want to. Do I want to gust up the Mankey, right? Just to keep them from setting up their attack, what they want to do here. I might do that. We'll see what happens. They played research. They played their support. I got some nice alt arts here. Battle VIP pass, very nice get for them there. Okay, so they're going to get down some more Mankeys, I assume. At least one more. We'll see what all they go for. And one and a Skwovet. Okay, yeah, Skwovet per barrel. So I don't think it's. I don't know that I really want to use Boss this turn. We will see. So let me thin the deck first, get a Remoraid down. Make sure I have Octillery here, right? I should probably search the deck, but I'm just making sure that this plays the correct play. And let me get down. What do I want to attack with here? That's kind of my question. I think I want a Blaziken down, right? No, not you. Blaziken. Make sure I have the VMAX. Zeraora is quite nice too. But Blaziken has to evolve. And all right, so I will Energy Loto. I'd prefer just a. I prefer you, Spiral. Powers pays for my attack. And getting Spiral in the discard is good if he gets knocked out. I don't want to be knocked out, of course. All right, so I'm doing 160. I can use the second attack too and heal. I mean, the first attack can actually heal the Pokemon on the bench. There's nothing to heal though, so let me. I'll save. I'll just draw 3 cards there. Do you want to get something else in play this turn? I think I'm kind of okay, right? So I will just take the knockout. Take a prize. Now, that's not always good, right? Especially with counter catcher in the game. But that's fine. I can get my. This hand is good. I'll see if I get disrupted, of course. I probably don't want another Sylveon in play. So we will see how this game goes, right? Let's in the discard. So fighting energy. I don't think. Do I have anybody that's fighting weak? What's the Zeraora weak to? I don't remember. Don't remember. He might be weak to fighting. But this deck. All right, getting Iono'd. But I should survive this turn, right? I think. I'm trying to remember how this game works. All right, got a ribbon badge. That's nice. Probably evolved the Urshifu, I think. All right, they grab the Mew. I don't know. Maybe just to thin their deck partly. I don't know. And they haven't used the barrel yet, so okay. See if they do anything here. If they don't do anything, I probably don't want to Iono, right? Because they're struggling. Okay, they get a Primeape in, which is good too for them. So, okay, they got the evolution card. That's nice for them. That's good. So they're going to get probably 2 Primeapes into play. I'm guessing here. That's the only card that can evolve anyway. I think is it just on the bench? Can I see? I can't see what the tool says. This isn't good. I think it's just the bench, but it's not good that I can't find out what this tool does. And this is one of the things that Live needs to get better. I should be able to see what this tool does. I should be able to hover over the tool and see the tool, right? Or the energy, see the energy. You did that in PTCGO. It just makes life easier. On bench Pokemon, you can do it and then click. But when something's active, you can't find out what it is. I don't know what the tool does. I think it's just it evolves. And if I didn't know what that icon meant, I wouldn't know what it does at all. So it's the evolution. They're evolving. I have 2 on the bench. I'm pretty certain it doesn't evolve to active. It wouldn't make sense to probably anyway. Because I'm going to knock it out. I'm pretty sure. Do I want to evolve to Urshifu? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. All right, so I want you for sure. They don't have a lot going on. So do I want to evolve the Urshifu? I'm going to evolve. I'm going to wait on the Urshifu. I'm going to wait. I'm just going to attack here, I'm thinking. Well, they're weak to Silt. Okay, they're weak to Psychic, though, right? So, do I want another Sylveon? I'm just going to attack. I'm trying to think, should I Iono, right? If I get knocked out, I'm in a lot of trouble here. That's my problem. Sorry for the delay there, right? Okay, they don't have the Ribbon Badge, which is good. Sylveon might be the star for this matchup. Right, we'll see what happens here. We will see what happens. So Annihilate, what's he do again? 20. So he does not one-shot me. I one-shot them. So this is good. Yeah. So I should take 2 prizes. Iono. Okay. I need to play Iono anyway, so that's okay. All right. Spiral Energy is not bad. I can bump their Stadium. I can get an Octillery. All right. This is all pretty good. Do I want to attach? I'll have to decide, do I attach the energy to the Sylveon, right? I have the tool. Hopefully they don't have a lost vacuum. They might, and my tool goes away. I think, okay, so there's a single prize Annihilate as well. So, okay. So he's annoying 5 times. So they can one-shot me eventually, which I don't love being one-shot, I got to say. I really don't. So I assume they're going to put... now, why did they do that? I just one-shot you, right? I just one-shot you. I don't know why they saved some damage there. But that's what they did. Okay, so... let's see. Do we have a Sylveon? We do. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Very nice. Okay, so... I think I want to... I'm going to do Remoraid, and this is a nice turn for Korrina's Focus, I think. I'm going to attach my energy. Let's just take a look at what I have to grab from. Yeah, Korrina's Focus is nice, and try to set things up here. Okay. So do this. Grab Korrina's. I don't need Brawly. If Brawly got evolutions, it'd be a lot better, I will say. The fact that Brawly only gets basics makes it a little questionable in the deck. Okay, that Blaziken VMAX is very nice. And do I want to get something else on the bench? Let me see. Is there? I don't think I do. Do I want a Zeraora? I'll grab Zeraora. I might. I'm kind of thinning too. It may be problematic grabbing him, but it's okay, right? So I'm up by 4 prizes now. My opponent's going to knock me out this turn, which is okay. I didn't play for Cheryl, right? Getting Cheryl the turn you need it with just Pokégear is the way to draw into it. Doesn't happen as much as I would like. So I need the evolution, and so this is where things get a little tricky here. Will I hit my energy, right? I'm going to need an evolution, my Sylveon VMAX, and a Rapid Strike energy. Not the Spiral. The Spiral is not good, is no good for this. So, right, they're going to blow me up. So I'll take 1 prize after this. He just does 130, which is unfortunate, right? That if I, you know, it's unfortunate that he does not get the knockout. Anyway, I'll send up the Sylveon because I'm pretty sure Sylveon's what I want to do. We'll see what happens here, of course. Yep, getting another Mankey down. So I knock out the single prize, and then they're going to force me to knock out the 2-prizer. I assume that they're what they're trying to force me into that prize out. Now it's not. It's relatively easy to do. I also could set up game next turn with an Urshifu or a Zeraora as well, right? And maybe that's the path I should take here, right? Maybe I should Blaziken. I'm gonna set up Blaziken because I can definitely do something with Blaziken. So I don't Cheryl here. Do I Iono? I don't really have a better supporter than this, right? So let me Iono here. It puts my opponent down to a smaller hand, right? I use both my Korrina's Focus, right? Yeah, so that would have been a better card. Okay, so have I ditched any stadiums? One. So I think I want to grab my energy. It should be here. I haven't paid attention, so down to one single strike. I'm going to bench my Tower of Waters as well. It helps me next turn, and right, I will. So I'm going to. What do I have for energy? So I'm going to do the 130, which isn't good. I don't feel good about that. I do not. But it's okay. So I want, because I have a Spiral in hand. Okay, so these are all nice options. So now I'm an energy away. I actually can attack with Urshifu VMAX if he swings in next turn. But I don't want to do that. I want to win the game next turn, right? With my bench hitting. Is Manaphy still? Did they recover the Manaphy? No, Manaphy's in the discard pile, so that's good. They played 2 rods, did not get back the Manaphy. I assume they don't have a second Manaphy, right? People don't generally do that. If they do, I will be very sad, and I'll say good job to them along the way. All right, so so they're not evolving to the EX. Well, that makes sense, right? I didn't take a prize. That would be another way to win the game if they evolve to the EX directly. So they haven't used the Squova yet. So I have. Okay. They're probably just thinning. I don't know if they're going to switch. Oh, Clara. Okay, well, that's good for them. Oh, that is bad. That is bad. I'll ready to give them a thumbs up. They should show me what they grab, of course, right? That's bad. But, oh, they didn't. I didn't give them a thumbs up because they didn't bench Manaphy. They didn't even grab. I don't know if they grabbed. Well, that's just beyond awful, I will say, right? So I just Zeraora for game here, right? Free retreat, Zeraora. I attach my Spiral Energy, and I just win, right? So 100 active and 160 to a benched. I will take out him. So boom. They could have played. They should have played grabbed the Manaphy. I mean, right? I would have won probably anyway. I will grant you that. But they, and they didn't know what I had in hand, but they knew I had the Octillery, right? So yeah, I don't know why they didn't grab Manaphy, but hey, the deck does its thing. Glad to I use Zeraora's attack. I don't use that as often as I would like to in the deck, I'll say, but it's a super nice attack. And the deck worked well. All right, let's see what we can do this game. So far, as I've been recording, I'm 1-1. Got one game that things went nicely for me. Got another game where it was a real brick start for me. I mean, a really bad start. And then my opponent did a little boss to make my life even tougher. So won the coin toss going first. That is always a plus with an evolution deck. So the idea behind the deck, it's tanky. All right, well, starting Remoraid. That's not who I want to start, but I have. I guess I get rid of both Pokégears. Let's see what I draw into. What am I up against here? What am I up against? I'm not certain. So I want to get an attacker, right? I want to get an attacker. I guess I'll get the Sylveon V because I also use my ability this turn. A Sylveon attach energy. It needs 3 energies, but that's okay. And I'm not accelerating with Blaziken, but I attach one this turn. I can. What do I want to grab here? I think I want to grab a Nest Ball. Let's do that. Could have grabbed Rope, which guarantees the switch. Look, I'm going to Iono. I need to hit a piece with Iono. Actually, I need 2 pieces. I could have grabbed the Ultra Ball. The thing is, then I probably have to ditch to Cheryl. I think I might want. I'm thinking I'm going to need Cheryl this game. I'm trying to remember what this matchup is. These other Hisuian Lilligant. Okay. I mean, so I want to get Blaziken going, right, against these fire Pokemon. That's going to be super good for me. Okay, Evolution. All right. And I think they can only evolve well, no, they can evolve both of the bench Pokemon because the Barrel becomes Bidoof. So that's a nice start for them. So we'll see what happens here. You know, Iono is the best card for me, though, I will say. So I don't want to get down Blaziken because he is super good. So I need multiple things. No. Use Iono. Hopefully, I need 3 pieces. Hopefully, I get 2. I need a switching card. I got the pieces I need. So Tower of Waters. Keep my rope, right? Retreat. I'm going to have to attach an extra energy. But that's, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'll take a knockout. Go ahead here. I do think that's what I want to do. What's this guy's HP? So they don't knock me out. So Cheryl next turn is also very nice, right? I mean, I don't know that I can pull that off, but I do have a Pokégear, which would get me a Cheryl, right? So doing 1/3, not doing a lot of damage, but doing enough damage. Doing enough damage, right? So Blaziken will, the numbers are perfect with Blaziken VMAX, though. He does 130, which isn't a lot, but his HP is 260, right? So they see the Blaziken. They know they're in trouble, so they're trying to set up the so Toad School. Okay. All right, Iono, which that's okay. That's okay. All right, a Spiral. I mean, I wish I had hit that last turn. I would have rather had that on the Sylveon, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So I kind of keep things going here. What do I want? Mana. So they hit protecting the bench, which is good on their part. Bad for me. Energies, Grass Pokemon, and Grass Energy. Okay. Which is all right. So Vileplume. All right. I think. So we'll see what happens here. Assuming Lilligant. So what am I doing? 130. So I can't take the knockout, I don't think, right? So what do I want to do here? Bit of a awkward situation here. So I don't want him down. I want Urshifu. Thinking Urshifu might be good. Actually, I think I want another Sylveon, right? I think Sylveon's not bad in this matchup. So Sylveon goes down. And I think, so he's now doing 160. What do I want to grab here? I'll grab a VMAX. And now I've got a nice big knockout next turn with him, right? So I'm going to attach to the Sylveon V. Actually, let's see if I hit my energy here. I missed, so that's unfortunate for me. So I will make this attachment here. Just take the simple knockout. Save the tower. I could have benched the tower. Should I have benched the Tower of Waters is a good question. It's too late now. I'd like to ultimately get a Tower of Waters to stick, right? So the longer I wait on that, the better. They bumped the first. I played the first game. They bumped it. So if they play 4 stadiums, they will win the stadium war. And of course, they may have lost vacuum as well. So I want Tower of Waters next turn is what I'm thinking, right? That one's unfortunately a Toad School. I do not want. What's he do? Effects of attacks. Okay. And they have Manaphy, so my opponent can. All right, so look, they were in trouble. They were in trouble, right? The grass, of course, is good into Charizard EX. Having the Blaziken makes the matchup very difficult for my opponent. All right, let's see what happens here. I obviously wanted to go first as the evolution deck. Won the coin toss. That's great, and say yes to that for sure. Hopefully, we get a nice start setting things up. It's how do I want to do this? I mean, I'm going to bench the Inteleon. I'm not certain if it is what I want. Partly, it kind of disguises my deck. They probably think I'm playing Inteleon Urshifu, which I am playing Inteleon Urshifu, but it's not a normal Inteleon Urshifu deck. It's a Sylveon box, right? Okay, so I mean, it's not great. It's not great at all. So I'm up against Reggie's. Interesting. We'll see what happens here. And the Inteleon V's attack's not terrible. It's not good though. It misses the knockout by 10, right? Which doesn't make me feel good, right? I would put the damage on to the Reggie Gigas though, I think. So let's see what they get. They probably aren't attacking this turn, which is a good thing for me, and I can then gust something up. Okay, getting that down is nice for them. And I can one-shot the Regieleki, which I might just do that, quite frankly, right? Gust up a Regi... Oh, no! 2 Battle VIP pass. They got the full bench. Right now, they only have 1 energy in the discard pile. So what do they have? What else can they do here? That's the big question. That is a big question. So haven't run into Regis in a while, so they're probably discarding it. Okay, well, that's good. They only have 1 energy in the discard thus far. They can accelerate up to 3. Which doesn't knock me out, but it does a lot of damage to me, which I don't like, right? So we'll see what happens. This is not... Ooh, okay, so they have all the energy they need. I don't know what they're going to attack. What do they have? They have grass, lightning. All right, so they need to get... But they can't... oh, no, they can accelerate the luminous as well, right? Accelerate specials as well. So now they can attack probably with anything they want. So this isn't great. This is bad, in fact. This is bad. So they're going to blow me up. They're going. This is now become terrible. This has become terrible. Yeah, because they're going to knock out my Inteleon V. Yeah, they're going to blow me up, and I'm going to concede. I'll let them take the knockout. But, oh, man, it's just not good. But, it is what it is. So, went first. Didn't get a great start, but, my opponent was able to get the Reggie's turn 1 multi-prize knockout, which is what they dream of doing, of course, right? That's what they want to do. And it's not good, right? And, so the Luminous gets them the second lightning they need. So lightning. Colorless is the attack cost. So they're going to attack, and I'm going to concede because, I'll let them take their prizes first, though, like I said. So good job by my opponent. I'll just give him a thumbs up. Give him that, and I'm going to hit the concede button because there's nothing I can do, right? Their deck worked, and that was that, right? It did the thing it was built to do. So, congrats. All right, let's see what we can do. Like to get one more game in on this video, but having a hard time getting a good final game. Have 2 games that show the deck doing its thing. Like I said, I would like a third one, but we'll see. It's been weird getting a bunch of Reggie's matchups for one thing, which we're getting off turn. They went on their first turn knockouts of some of my V's. Wasn't good, and not what one expects to happen, but obviously it can. Okay, I'm going to send up Sylveon, I think. So a Ditto box. It's that Ditto. Okay, that is interesting. So Do I want to bench the Inteleon, right? That's part of what I don't know. I might want the Inteleon in there, right? I might not. This isn't great in that I don't have access. What do I need here? I'm not going to bench the Inteleon because I don't know if I want him in this matchup. So I'm going to grab, Pokégear, I think, because I need Iono is what I need. So not loving that. I could have started, obviously, any of these three, the Sylveon, the Blaziken, the Inteleon. I'm not sure what I'm up against, right? It might be United Wings, right? It's the Ditto with a Transformer to start. Was that the same Transformer to start? So it's a this is a deck that has a Pokemon probably that they really need to get into the active on their first turn, which they're doing. So, okay, Radiant Jirachi, which is annoying. And okay, if they flip their coins, then it's like brutal, right? Then it's like, well, that was close. I felt stress there for sure. Okay, well, I'm not going to use boss. I'm pretty certain about that because that can't happen. All right, so let me get down a Remoraid here because I'm going to need him. And I don't really want to use Brawly if I can help it. I'd rather, all right, I'm using Brawly then, okay, which isn't good, which is not good. So, and then I'm going to use my ability to end my turn. So it's not good, which is not good. All right, Zeraora is quite nice, I think. I don't think I need another Blaziken, right? But I'll grab another Sylveon and grab the other Remoraid. Why not? Okay, so, oh wait, they go on the bench. That's right, I didn't really want to do that, did I? So I will grab an Ultra Ball because that's what I want. I was thinking they went to hand. I'm being dumb there, right? So I probably didn't really want another Remoraid. That's bad because now my Sylveon's doing very little damage, right? Oh no, I didn't bench the Inteleon. So, okay. Anyway, I have the backup of the second Remoraid, I guess. Look at it that way. They got the knockout, which stinks. But I win the game, though, right? Because I just attack with Blaziken. Well, yeah, I just attack with Blaziken. They lose the game here. So, I mean, I misplayed like an idiot there, I will say. I got my energy. And so I just attack for game. And that is that, right? They get to search for their 3 cards. I'll attach that there. And, they have to search for their 3 cards, in fact, I think, right? I think they might, they could just grab any 3 cards probably. So anyway, so I don't know exactly what that deck was. I assume it wasn't just the Radiant Jirachi, but I don't know. I don't know what it was. So anyway, you know what? We'll just end on that. It's been a bit of a strange day for me with Pokemon trying to record this video, and that was definitely a strange game, but that's part of the fun of live, right? You're pairing into random people. I play a lot of variety of decks. It's getting late in the battle pass, which means people that are playing strong decks, and even a lot of, and stronger players have moved up. So I'm now at a bit of the more random part of the cycle, I will say, right? I'm playing some decks that tend to be at random, which is why I'm not moving up. But so I don't know what that deck was, right? Besides Jirachi, which is annoying, right? But I assume it had more than that. But anyway, there we go. Sylveon box, Rapid Strike box. It's not, look, is it great? No. Is it viable? Yes, it is. I mean, I'm going about 500 with the deck, I would say, on the ladder here, which obviously you'd like to do better than that. With more play with the deck, you can be above 500 on the ladder with the deck, I think. So you're not going to get to the top with Arceus tier. So at some point you're going to fall off, but certainly a viable deck. And if you like Rapid Strike Pokemon and that archetype, certainly give it a try, right? Because this This is the ultimate way to play Rapid Strike, and we're going to lose it soon. Have some fun playing Pokemon. Take care.